The parents from the school where Meghan and Harry visited to plant flowers on the anniversary of Diana's passing, they're very upset. Let's just see some of these. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry blamed by angry school parents for not respecting the rules. These are preschool kids, remember. Meghan and Harry's school visit slammed as a PR stunt by angry parents who were denied entry due to COVID-19. So even the parents can't come. And finally, Meghan Markle and Prince Harry blamed by angry school parents for not respecting the rules. Meghan and Harry's latest public appearance have angered a few U.S. parents asked to follow strict rules to keep themselves, teachers, and children as safe as possible amid the global bug. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex visited the Assistance League Preschool Learning Center in Los Angeles, which has been providing early education service to children in need for more than 100 years. Photographs show Meghan and Harry planting flowers next to children at this center sparked annoyance among those who over the past few days have been asked not to accompany their sons and daughters inside their schools, no matter how young they are. So the parents can't even accompany their sons and daughters into the school, and yet Harry and Meghan show up and they're touching everybody. Talking to Twitter, Jill Harris wrote, "I could not even hold my daughter's hand and take her into school last week when she started kindergarten. These two just turn up and break the rules whenever they feel like it." Another social media user, Jackie L, replied, "Exactly. I can't take a pencil to my child right now. No visitors, no exceptions." They have no respect for the rules as they are, quote, humanitarians. They are the exception? BS. Kids in the U.S. have no clue what a Duke and Duchess even is, but they can come in when I can't for a pic. Other Twitter users appeared to be puzzled by Meghan and Harry's decision to be in close contact with children as schools are reopening across the world. The parents are very upset. I'm wondering if they'll sue or, how angry they really are. The other gossip I want to cover is Tyler Perry. I've heard that Tyler Perry may be suing Meghan and Harry for back rent and for damage to the property. These relationships, like with Tyler Perry and these high-level people, are very, very important. And Harry and Meghan's success in Hollywood is based on these keeping these high-level relationships good. So let's take a look at that too. Good day, YouTubers. Welcome back to my channel. Time for a spot of royalty. How angry are these parents? I mean, do they consider this just a publicity stunt? Wouldn't it be, someone in the comments mentioned, wouldn't it be just a nicer tribute to Diana to plant forget-me-nots at Harry and Meghan's new home so that they can look at them every day? Wouldn't that be a nicer tribute than going to this school, possibly infecting these young people? And they're preschoolers. Okay, these little children, they're under 5. They're in the high risk category. Maybe another idea would have been to go to one of those retirement homes, a care center where people are over 80 and over 90, and they can rub elbows with them and plant the flowers there. That might have been a good idea. See what happens with that. So let's take a look at how angry are these parents. I mean, because they actually called it a publicity stunt. So let's look at the parents and Meghan and Harry. The parents. Okay, and Meghan and Harry. How angry are they? Well, we got a roadblock right in the center, blocked because of blocked actions because of the foundation, the situation. 16, 19, 5 clubs. They could have made another decision. It's 2 5s. They don't like that they did this. This was not a hit. This was, not a hit. What do we have over here on Meghan and Harry's? Angel, virtue signaling, they're angels. So 21, 6 hearts relationship. very publicly being angels. It's a big virtue signal, and it just fell flat on its face. And they're trying to, they're building their brand as charitable people, as compassionate charitable people, and it was a big fail. Underneath we have yes and the scapegoat. The key is the global bug that's going around right now. 5 hearts. It's a reaction to the global bug. So the timing was really off. The timing was really off. Let's look at the larger public. Is this PR stunt backfiring with the larger public, with the greater public? Because it's backfiring with the parents. The parents didn't like it at all. Is it backfiring with the larger public? Because they could have just done this at home with Archie, which would have been a bigger hit, but we never see Archie. Archie's, a man of mystery. You think 007 is a man of mystery. Archie he's a bigger man of mystery. Okay, so is this backfiring with the greater public? Well, disaster of goodwill and a big change. Ooh, this is like, underneath this is turning public opinion against them. So this is really kind of a big mistake. And I have noticed, from watching Harry and Meghan over these times, it's, like what kicked off this whole Megxit process was, it started before the Africa trip. But when they, came out in Africa, and after doing all those good works in Africa with the very poor people and then making it all about themselves, I was like, ooh, this is a big deal. And that, no one ever asked me how I'm doing. Harry, every click, every snap, that has snowballed into where we are now. It doesn't seem like much when it first happens. You're kind of caught unawares. This is one of those things. We're kind of caught unawares that this is not, maybe it's not that big a deal. Maybe it's going to pass over. No, this is really changing public perception. The perception of, Harry and Meghan as goodwill ambassadors. It's kind of turning against them. This is sort of a seminal moment that may be turning people against them. Official to the highest place. Magi, Hightower, and Vale. 29, 8 hearts. Water into wine. Water into wine is a great lying card. Secretly, it's kind of insincere. They're manifesting, they're doing all these good works, and they're promoting going to the highest place, showing everybody, and the Magi can be kind of tricky. He's like the magician in the tarot. He can be kind of tricky. Sleight of hand, pulling a rabbit out of a hat. They're manifesting, they're secretly promoting themselves. Okay, and that's what people are saying, and it's kind of insincere, and people are starting to notice. So this is actually kind of a big deal. People are really, really not loving this. They're feeling that this shows insincerity because they would have endangered these very young people. These young people, these kids, these preschool kids, they're in the high risk category. And they were completely unconscious of that. It doesn't seem like they were thinking about them at all. And that's what people are thinking. And now, they use the words PR stunt. Let's look at Tyler Perry and Meghan and Harry. Is Tyler Perry, because this is the gossip in the grapevine, Tyler Perry and Meghan and Harry, is Tyler Perry angry? How is Tyler Perry feeling about Meghan and Harry? Is he angry at them? Is he like, you damaged my property? What is wrong with you? Because I didn't hear of them throwing any big parties there. I didn't hear. The way you damage a property like that is you throw a huge party and you invite a bunch of weird people and a lot of people you don't know, and stuff goes missing and stuff gets broken because those people don't care about your property. I didn't see that happen. So let's look at Tyler Perry and Meghan and Harry. Is Tyler angry? Or is this just gossip? Because Tyler's, I mean, the fact that he put them up, he's very famous. I mean, he's done the Medea movies. I don't, before they lived there, I didn't look at Tyler Perry and think, oh, he's a huge star. But he does have a $20 million house. He does have a little bit of pull in Hollywood. I don't think he's as big as Oprah, but Oprah's star has faded somewhat since her heyday. But Oprah is a big name. When I talk to these Hollywood people, which is very infrequently, they bring up Oprah's name. Oprah's name comes up in conversation. So Oprah is somebody in Hollywood. But Tyler Perry's name has never come up. All right, so how is Tyler feeling about Meghan and Harry? Well, Meghan and Harry over here, Star Bethlehem, Jacob's Ladder, Butterfly, they really want to keep this positive. Look how red and positive this is going forward. Their future depends on men and women, men just like Tyler Perry. Okay, their future depends on this man in Hollywood. How's Tyler Perry doing with Meghan and Harry? Olive tree, honest man. Okay, he's not angry. He's not showing as angry. He's not showing as vengeful. He's not showing as cutting them off. We have a straight razor. 1920. Ooh, 5 spades. It was not all, roses between them. It was not bad, but it was not all roses. There were some minor conflicts between Meghan and Harry. So there's some minor conflicts, but Harry and Meghan are eager to smooth these over. They want everything to be wonderful. Harry and Meghan do. So I don't see this as a big problem. Cup overflowing, fence sitter, 15-4 clubs, opportunistic. Very emotional, reacting very emotionally. So some minor problems did occur. So there may be some truth to this gossip, but it's not like a big deal. But we'll ask one more question. We'll ask if they trashed his property, because that would be kind of a big deal. So let's just ask it one more way. Did Meghan and Harry leave Tyler Perry's property, in disrepair, trashed, dirty, and people are particularly saying, they put that stupid privacy fence up, and they left the privacy fence up. And, he doesn't necessarily want that because people are not hunting him like Harry and Meghan say. So did they damage his property? Trash it. Did they damage it? 4-leaf clover, crossroads, 9 and 8, 17, 5 hearts, reacting to circumstance. We keep getting 5s here. Things change. Crossroads, decisions going in another direction, opportunity to go in another direction and transform things. It looks like they left maybe in a hurry. It looks like Meghan and Harry left in a hurry. They had the opportunity to get this new place that they have, and so they kind of they left in a rush. Hamster wheel, long term, many people. Ooh, 18, 5 diamonds. Yeah, so there were some minor conflicts. I think Meghan and Harry acted a little bit selfishly, without really thinking of Tyler. Maybe it wasn't clear to Tyler what Meghan and Harry were doing, and then they just kind of left very suddenly. So they did do some things that he didn't like. Okay, that keeps showing up. We have the straight razor up here. This adds to 5 spades. We have 2 spades. It was not, they didn't leave like all warm and fuzzy, Harry and Meghan and Tyler Perry. So there were some conflicts, and I think it was just kind of Harry and Meghan being selfish. They didn't trash the property. Okay, they didn't do anything major, but there were some minor conflicts, And I think it was just kind of Harry and Meghan being kind of selfish and not thinking about Tyler Perry and what he wants. And maybe they left and didn't tell him, and oh yeah, we're already up in Montecito. Didn't anybody tell you? Something like that. I think something like that happened, but nothing major. They didn't trash the property. They didn't insult Tyler Perry. That would be that would be a mistake, to insult Tyler Perry. Oh, I don't even like the Medea movies. I've never seen those. Something like that. Don't say that. Don't, tell him how much you love those movies, because that's how he bought that house, is dressing up as a woman and playing Medea. Okay, so let's review. What have we got here? We have the parents of the preschool and Meghan and Harry. How upset are they? They're pretty upset. They can't even go in. They're pretty upset. Yeah, they're pretty upset. And they wish, Five Clubs, they wish that Harry and Meghan would have made another decision. Harry and Meghan are very publicly being the virtue signaling angels, but this one really fell flat, and it's because of the timing. They weren't thinking of these kids at all. And this is the emperor is wearing no clothes situation. Why didn't any of Meghan and Harry's counselors say, maybe that's not the best idea right now. It is a good idea, but right now that's not the best way to play it. That's why you have wise counselors around. So they don't listen to their counselors, or Meghan is so overbearing that people are afraid to say anything. Oh boy, I wonder what, I think that must be what's happening, because counselors counsel you against making bad decisions, and they're supposed to look and see what's going on. Did this PR stunt, is it backfiring generally? Yes, this is really, people are really beginning to see Meghan and Harry as people who are show women and showmen just for the public acclaim, and it's really changing how the public sees them. They're not seeing them. It's really backfiring on them. This in particular, this is going to come up over and over and over. Weren't you the two people who went and planted those silly flowers with those little preschool kids during the big pandemic crisis? That was you. Yeah, you don't care about kids. That's what people are going to say. This is going to come up over and over. This is the naked billiards of Meghan and Harry. This is the naked billiards, okay? And this is never going away. It's going to keep coming up, and people are always going to point at this as a really bad decision. Is Tyler Perry mad at Meghan and Harry? Meghan and Harry really want to do everything they can to keep this relationship positive and great. This does add three spades, a little bit of conflict. But some things did happen, but it's not like, these are just emotional cards, the 10 hearts and the 5 hearts. It's purely, soothing over emotions. It's not like you can point at anything that Meghan and Harry did, really bad to Tyler Perry. But Tyler's a little upset. He's a little upset. Something upset Tyler about Meghan and Harry's presence there. And living in some dude's house, that could definitely happen. Did they trash his property? No. There's a conflict. He's 6 diamonds, 2 spades. He's kind of going to push them away a little bit over the long term. But on the surface, everything is groovy. Okay, but he's a little upset at them. He's not like super upset at them, but he's a little upset at them. And I think 8 hearts, I think they didn't live up to their bargain. He expected something from them, and they didn't do it. And I think they just left. They didn't do something that he was expecting them to do. And he's kind of really disappointed. But it's not like, they trashed his place. He is a little upset, but it's more of a purely emotional thing, between them. That's how I see it. I'm Joseph Magi, author of Playing Card Divination, Fortune Telling, the Magi Method. Find the book worldwide on Amazon and Kindle in paperback versions. Find the full color card deck used here on Etsy/Magi Method. Many thanks to the generous folks who've bought me a cup of tea. Please feel free to like, share, subscribe,